Welcome to Pop Cult, where we talk reality TV, celebrity chaos, and pop culture throwbacks.
Hello everyone, we are your hosts. I'm Julia.
And I'm Avery.
And we post 2 episodes every single week. Tuesdays are for Reality Digest, where we cover the previous week's reality TV moments and latest celebrity chaos. And Thursdays are for our Fame Files, where we revisit defining stories throughout pop culture history. And today we're going to do a little bit of a digest. A little bit of a digesty moment. I don't know where I was going with that.
A digestif, if you will.
Yeah.
If you're European.
That's exactly where I was going with that.
If we have any European listeners.
That's what I was going to say.
Specifically UK. I think that's a thing.
UK.
In the UK. But that's very niche.
I want some UK listeners.
I know. Maybe one day.
Let
us know. This was a packed week. Full of packed episodes. I'm sad because we have a few that are coming to an end in the next few weeks.
I know. What other than Kardashians? Below Deck?
Kardashians ends next week. If I had to guess, Salt Lake City and Below Deck probably will be over soon.
Interesting.
And then of course we only have one more round of Eras Tour doc.
I'm already upset about it.
I know. Me too.
I'm distraught. Like, I want her to drop an episode weekly. Like, I need her to be a vlogger, to be honest with you.
You want it to be Kardashian style.
Yeah, I just want it every week for the rest of my life, and I feel as if that's not much to ask. No, I'm just kidding. Like, she's literally a human. I can calm down. But
no, I mean, it's fascinating though. The content is so fascinating.
I just need her life injected into my veins. Like, I just love her life so much. Like, I just want to see more. Like, it fascinates me.
Right. I mean, with that, I feel like we should just start with Eras Tour doc because it's top of mind for me. I like just finished watching it.
I once again took one singular note because I just get like wrapped into it, and I'm like, oh, I'm just obsessed.
Mm-hmm. I took a few more notes, so I can outline us.
I wrote again, beautiful. That's all I wrote. So that was my note.
I'm so curious as to what you were referencing.
The whole thing. Okay. I'll just say the whole thing. All right.
Well, these 2 episodes, or I guess the first one of the second batch, I really enjoyed learning about like her costumes and like the costume designers. What a cool freaking job.
Yeah, I loved because I did grow up doing theater and a lot of quick changes.
Kid.
So I really enjoyed learning about how she did her quick changes, and like she has 2 personal dressers. Like, that's crazy. And I'm just thinking about like there's no way that girl's wearing a bra under these costumes. Okay?
No.
But
she's definitely had a breast augmentation.
Her trust in these people, her just like fling her clothes off and they redress her and she's on her way.
I know, that's so true. Oh my god, that's so true. I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
She's like naked.
Literally. In her most vulnerable state.
Yeah.
And she has 2 minutes to get it together, to get in this new costume. And she has 4 different dressing rooms that she has to remember which one she has to go to in that moment, because that's where that particular costume is. And a lot of those costumes, as we saw, don't have replicas. Like the red Reputation costume, there is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, say she messed up on which dressing room to go to, maybe they had an extra Midnight's bodysuit somewhere else. But like,
or like so many of them, she has like different colors, you know?
Yeah. Just seeing how like the Eras Tour was planned out to the literal second, but to us we were just like having so much fun. But like for them, like, this is intense work, and I loved seeing that.
Business.
And I also loved how much they've been focusing on her dancers, and it made me even go back to watch my videos of the Eras Tour, because you take videos at concerts and you never watch them again. I've never watched them again until I'm watching the Eras Tour, and I'm like, oh, I want to see what dancer was in this dance that I recorded.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I didn't even realize that, like, Ready for It, for example, was an all-female. Like, I didn't realize that was, like, an intentional choice.
Yeah, no, I had no idea. I don't know if that was an intentional choice. It might just have ended up being the track. Because in my mind,
Yeah.
like, if you weren't in a dance, it's because you were doing a costume change for the next dance.
Yeah, that's true.
But I can't remember what dance would be next.
Well, and like her also, it's insane to me how long some of her band members have been with her.
Oh my god, since literally like the Fearless tour.
Literally. And also, I think it was either her or one of them said that like I've known her since high school,
Mhm.
and that made me start thinking what level of education she's completed.
I think
don't know
probably
why.
just a GED, if I had to guess.
You think a GED? Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking about that. That's always something that I wonder with celebrities is like where, because like Kourtney Kardashian, like she has a college degree, but I think she's the only one.
I don't think, yeah,
well,
other than Kim, because she has a law school degree.
Yeah. But yeah, up until then, so I just always wondered. But
my guess would be a GED. I feel like we would know if she had a bachelor's in something, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, she definitely didn't go to college, but she does have, I think she has an honorary degree from NYU. Do you remember when she did that
Yeah,
speech?
but that was a master's, I thought.
Yeah, maybe it was.
She was
That's
wearing
so
the funny hat.
Yes, she was. True. All of the scenes in these 2 episodes where she was in New York, I kept trying to like figure out where she was. Like I was like, where is she working out? I need to find out where this trainer is.
Her workout
get in touch with
routine.
him.
Like the fact that she was even speaking during her workout routine. I'd be dead.
I
He's
know.
making her do pull-ups.
It's so crazy to me that she even works out, because to me I'm like I understand working out in preparation for the tour, and maybe this was like in an off season,
I think it was in an off time. I don't think she works out when she's physically traveling. Maybe she does some yoga, some stretching. I don't know. I would stretch too.
Some physical therapy. We did see her physical therapist
yeah,
at the end.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she had like
kind of fun.
a full body ice thing. She was laying like flat on a table.
Oh, was she in ice?
It wasn't. Wait, she wasn't like in an ice bath. She had something on her like body while they were watching Travis play football in a green room.
Yeah. I mean, and that was fun too, that we got to, finally, it's like he's kind of been in it, but just like on the phone.
Yeah, and now
we actually see him in it.
His little BTS.
Yeah.
And then I've seen on TikTok, I don't know if you've seen this, but people have kind of been not getting mad, but I think it's in a funny way. They're like, why aren't we focusing on Jan? Hello? Excuse me? Why isn't he the main character?
That's funny. It is kind of interesting. I wonder how they've sort of like picked and chosen which dancers they're going to focus on.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I would hope in the last 2 that they highlight the ones they haven't highlighted already.
Mm-hmm. Or, I mean, it might be that they didn't want to be in it. Like, I could see
definitely
them
is possible. I can't see that being Jan's choice, because he...
So true.
Because of all of his,
such a ham.
His Instagram lives, like...
He's so funny, like, he's like... I can't even do his accent, but he's just hilarious.
The dead to me list always got me.
Oh my god. Or when he was like... Oh my god, I can't even remember. I feel like there was one really funny one where he said something inappropriate and he didn't realize it.
Well, that's funny. I don't know
what it was. But then the backup singer,
that was so sad.
I mean, I'm glad she's okay now.
Yeah, but imagine loving what you do so much that like you come straight out of chemo.
I know.
That was crazy.
I'm just so happy that they've gotten to a point where most cases of breast cancer can be resolved like relatively quickly, and that it's become so curable because she's so young.
Yeah, she is really young.
Like, and I also just thought it was really cute when she was telling Taylor, like, one time I came to your birthday and you introduced me to everyone and you said, I forget her name. This is so and so. We sing together. And I was like, oh my god, like I. And
Taylor was like, yeah, that's what we do, and everybody laughed.
Like, duh. Yeah.
I'm like,
it's just like, it made me think about like, oh yeah, I'm not really sure it would sound right introducing somebody and referring to them as my backup singer, or my backup dancer. It's like, I kind of feel like that's probably why she does that, but I just feel like she's a very thoughtful person and very intentional with her words.
Even if I ever had the chance to be in the presence of Taylor and she went, yeah, this is my backup dancer, Julia, I would still die.
Right.
Regardless. But yes, I do think the wording is very important.
She could be like, this is the person that cleans the gum off the bottom of my shoes. And I'd be like, sure.
Is the bag of trash?
Yeah. This is my trash that I'm taking to the trash can later. But yeah, this is just such a good documentary. I'm so excited for the last 2 episodes. And honestly, I don't know what it is. Like, sometimes I just feel like she's the most relatable person to watch, even if she's very unrelatable. Like, I feel like all of us, like, because she's just been in the industry for so long, we're just so used to seeing her. It's almost like the reason people like her so much is because you can almost see yourself in her. Like, sometimes I feel like I see even though that's an insane thing to say, but like, I don't know, she's just so normal outside of everything
She's very
that
normal.
she's accomplished.
Yeah. I think Florence said it in one of the first 2 episodes where she was like, we're introverted, but we're extroverted for our jobs. And that's just kind of what Taylor is.
Yeah, and also...
And I relate to that a lot.
Can I just say that Florence... What is her last name? I don't know. Florence and the Machine.
Yeah, that's how I know Florence.
I was about to say Florence Pugh, but Florence and the Machine, Florence. She is like a real life Daisy Jones in the Six.
You
like,
think?
That's who she reminds me of. She reminds me of Daisy Jones. Like, just her aesthetic, you know? Not necessarily the character, but like, I feel like she's the closest thing we have.
Her last name is Welch, and I never...
Duh.
I don't know if I knew that.
I knew that. I think she refers to her as that in the documentary.
I did not know that.
I also thought that it was funny towards the end in that second episode in the Eras doc where she starts talking about like her 2 breakups. And I'm assuming she was talking about Joe and then Maddie Healy, right?
Yes, that was her genuinely. I did want to talk about that. That was genuinely her first time ever like admitting, physically saying the words breakups for these men.
Oh, that's so funny.
I swear I could be wrong, but Taylor doesn't ever post like the dumbass Instagram stories saying we've parted ways. I've never in my life heard her. No, I don't even want to say admit, just like share that information outside of a news outlet from a source that knows Taylor.
No, that's so true.
So
or
like
she'll just like go dark on Instagram or something.
Yeah. So I've never heard her say those words before.
Yeah. No, 100%. I'm like so happy that her mom saying, "You need to do something different." Is so
literally
funny. Like, that's actually
She said,
hilarious.
"You need to date someone that's not in this damn industry."
Yeah,
but an adjacent one that's sort of
seriously.
similar.
And now he really is just like her little arm candy. Like, he's just
perfect. Like, there's nothing better.
Somebody else that went through a breakup this episode is Emma from Selling Sunset. Even though I do have to say, we all know that they're still together now.
Are they together currently? I was gonna confirm
because
that
of her social media.
This is just like
they're
Kizzi.
Together now.
This is just like Kizzi.
I know. That's
which
so
we'll get
true.
to in a freaking second. She pissed me off.
Lord, she's so awful.
I was so confused that Emma broke up with Blake because we were just looking at rings, okay? We were just looking at a dang ring right there.
And she's like, I'm gonna go look at rings in case he proposes, but then he does propose and she says no. Yeah. Which like is a good thing for all intents and purposes, but like, why are we going to look at rings? Like, I really wish she had responded to the Instagram post that I posted tagging her, because I really would like to know, and I'm gonna probably post another one because I need an answer. And I feel like Emma is not getting tagged that much, and that she probably is seeing my Instagram tag. And unless she just doesn't check her DMs, but like I need a response. I need to understand what's going on here.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense to me, and I know it's also making me just fully believe, I think you were saying this last week, that none of the cast members talk outside of filming. Because like, why are you sharing this information about your very personal breakup, almost engagement, basically your fiance, at a broker's open? Yeah. That's weird to me.
No, I totally agree. And like, also, I mean, I appreciate.
And this is your best friend?
Right. And they do still, at this point, at least appear to still be like genuine friends on the show versus like, I think like, for example, if I'm comparing it to like Bree and Mary's friendship, like I don't think that's an actual friendship. I think they're just allies on this show in the midst of like all the drama, of course. But I did appreciate hearing Chrishell kind of like take responsibility for how harsh she was towards Emma in regard to Blake, because I do feel that Emma was owed that apology. And I'm glad that Emma stood up for herself. She kind of said, like, you were being a little rough. It's like, it was kind of a lot. And Chrishell has been like that. Once again, I've said it once, I'll say it again. I'm so happy that she's happy, but she's been like that ever since she got with G. It's like she's just suddenly seems to forget the fact that she was in a not great marriage for many, many years. before she was in her current relationship. And also she's like 45. So
yeah, she
give
also
33-year-old
never,
Emma a break.
that's what I'm saying, she never takes age into account at all. She just assumes that Emma has to be as mature as her, which is not how you can like go into something like that. And also, this is your supposed best friend, and the fact that you didn't know this information, you should be embarrassed with, like, you yourself should be embarrassed that like she didn't feel comfortable enough to tell you this immediately,
because she is telling Chelsea.
Yeah,
so at least it looks like she's telling Chelsea
yeah,
first. Like, we obviously don't know when everything was filmed, but that's the way that they're presenting it. The other thing, actually, staying on Emma, which I feel like usually this much of Selling Sunset is not about her. The only reason that I bring this up is because we had like this little Owning Manhattan promotion, which always annoys me. Like, I don't, either I'm gonna watch the show or I'm not.
when
I
does
don't
it
need a promotion.
did it already come out? I was bored
Yeah,
the whole
it did.
time. Okay.
Yeah, season 2 came out. Apparently it is good, but I have a hard time watching that one. Just knowing like what I live in. Just like the people that are on that show, it's but I probably will watch it. And if this season, maybe I'll watch it, and then if it's good, you can watch it, and we can decide if we want to cover it. But I'm gonna say this: one thing that would make us absolutely cover it is if Emma joins that cast, because I saw an Instagram post, I'm pretty sure on her Instagram this week, that she was basically teasing joining Owning Manhattan.
Wait, but I thought they were trying to steal Bree.
I think that was, Bree will never leave California. Her baby daddy's in California.
I know, but I was like, why were they trying to like turn our heads the other way? So then we're like, it's more of a surprise to get us to watch the show.
Or maybe they just thought that Bree would mesh the best with those women.
Yeah.
They seem kind of edgy, you know.
I agree.
So is Bree. But I would actually love to see Emma on Owning Manhattan. I think she would do really, really well on a different show. And it would be fun to see her like LA girl in New York. But also she was born and raised in Boston, I think. So it's not like she's unfamiliar with like the East Coast, you know. Like,
no,
I think she goes back and forth.
Show.
So I think that would be really fun. But the main thing that happened this episode was this blowout at dinner between Mary and Chelsea. What did you think about this?
I'm so sick of there not being good enough drama that you have to like bring up this BS little tiny thing that doesn't matter.
You really clocked it.
It like,
I didn't even think about it like that, but you're so right.
I did not care. Like, normally I'm invested, I'm getting mad at one or the other, like I'm on somebody's side. I was Switzerland in this situation. I did not care, and I felt as if it was a waste of my time.
I totally agree. I feel like with this scenario, like going back to, you know, the flowers and everything, the reason for this argument, I feel, and even just the way that Chelsea was talking to Mary at the beginning, like, it's okay to be upset that your things got stolen. Like, I know that it happened in the wake of really awful fires, but like, that's still what's going on in your life, etc. I feel like Chelsea's trying to make amends with Mary by showing empathy, but it's just too far gone. So it's like, I'm on Chelsea's side in that sense, that like she really is trying to be like a neutral, just an empathetic person with no skin in the game. But I also, like, I don't believe her when she says that she didn't know that those flowers were gonna be delivered on camera. Like, just because, like we've talked about, this show has 10 episodes, and they filmed half the damn season in 2024. So for you to say that the flowers just showed up on camera by chance is just unrealistic.
It could also be that she sent the flowers, producers intercepted, and made sure they showed up on camera.
100%. They could have been like, what's everybody doing for Mary? Please let us know your plans. And then they could have been like, okay, let's figure out when this flower delivery is coming. But I also am not sure, like, the only thing that I would play devil's advocate about is like, she also had the conversation with Emma and Chriselle about sending the flowers on camera as well.
Yeah.
So I just think it's like, she's like, when she says to Mary in her own defense, like, I had a conversation with Emma and Chriselle about this. Like, they told me that they thought it was a good idea. It's like, that doesn't, I see what she was trying to do, that there was like forethought there, and there was, you know, she had like actually thought it through. But that doesn't help, because now you've just talked about it again on camera. And also, it makes it like, seem even more intentional.
On or off camera, accept the damn flowers. you didn't want a text from her, and I know that. You would have been just as mad if she had sent you a text.
100% agree. That's why it's you're right. It's like so hard to take a side.
And she was just, I would have understood if Chelsea had done literally nothing. But she still did something. Like, I don't know, get over it.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah.
Like, you just lost every single thing in your life and you're focusing on flowers. And maybe that's all, like, that's all she feels as if she can focus on because it's a lot. And I understand that. But I don't know, hyper focus on something else that matters.
Yeah.
And not these flowers.
But I mean, I do think you're kind of right. I think it's like the only real drama that they have going on right now.
Yeah, because they booted Nicole out. Like, and good riddance. She needed to go, but like, you guys lost your whole season when you did that.
Well, so true. But then also, I felt like the real tea was Chelsea yelling at Jason at the end of the dinner, like in the very end of the episode.
Yeah, so one of the brothers walked out with Mary when Mary got up and left. And then the other brother went up behind Chelsea and she told him to go away. And I think
maybe it was Brett.
I think Jason walked out with Mary.
Yeah. But Jason told them to cut the cameras.
Yeah, he did. And Chelsea got so mad. She was like, we just filmed your heartfelt speech. You don't want to film this?
Right, so true.
Because she was literally calling him. She's like, oh, so we can only film what you want to be filmed, is basically what she was saying.
I've heard Jason talk a bit about that because I think there's been like some controversy online about that scene. And he's like, if you guys think that I have control over what these editors and producers do and don't film and do and don't put in, you're mistaken. I don't know how much of that I believe, but
is it not your show, Jason?
He is an executive producer, 100%. I do think that a telltale sign that a show is going downhill is when the drama involves talking about the cameras. That's always my thing. Like, if we're breaking the fourth wall for drama, that's bad. That's bad. Which brings me to my feelings about Mormon Wives this week. We're on episode 6. I thought it was 7, but it's 6.
Demi is back.
Demi is back.
Whitney back. They're all here.
They're all here, and they are all at this freaking promotional event for Hulu.
And who else is there?
This is like breaking the fourth wall final boss.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are, this show airs on Hulu. I truly cannot emphasize it enough. What were they thinking?
I think it's so just because it was the first time all of them were together again, and then in addition to that, you have the added on conflict of Marciano's exes being there. And it's like a forced conversation situation. Otherwise, I don't really know if they would have really filmed it other than like just the trip to LA. If they didn't think that something might happen there.
I mean, do you feel the same way? Like, do you feel like it's a bad move to film a promotional event and put it in the show that the promotional event is for?
Yeah, I definitely think it's odd. I was feeling terrible for Macy having to sit in that glam room while Demi is talking like mad shit to Whitney. And I could even tell like Whitney was feeling a little awkward in that moment. She's like, Demi, like, shut up a little bit, man.
Girl, like, also, that just goes to show to me how immature Demi really is, because her talking about Macy while she's sitting right there acting like she isn't in the room is like insane behavior.
Insane. And then we like have this new like bomb drop that Demi was assaulted by Marciano.
Right. So this is the first time we've technically heard this in the show.
And she's comparing her journey to Macy and Michaela, which is inappropriate.
It's like, unfortunately, I think that Demi's biggest problem in her life in general is that she thinks that everybody is scared of her. And I think that that's why she does things like make these wild accusations that nobody else can corroborate and really goes so hard to try and like truly defame people at this point.
I just don't get it.
Whether it be the other women or it be Marciano or it be Lisa Vanderpump, like anyone involved in this whole scenario, I just feel like she truly thinks that everyone's like literally like hiding under their covers at night, like scared that Demi's gonna come in and take a baseball bat to their life. And that's just like not true.
I just don't understand any of her whole storyline. I don't get any of it. Because Jesse's saying she started all of this, Demi's saying I have nothing to do with any of this. and then getting mad all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't get it.
To me, the telltale sign that she's not telling the truth is a couple of things. The fact that she keeps talking about him, him being Marciano, she won't stop talking about him. He's silent until, obviously, he was silent until she started making these extremely damaging accusations, and now he's coming out and saying, absolutely not, roll the tapes. Nobody who knows that they did something that she's accusing him of is going to be like, please roll the tapes, you know? That would be a crazy thing to do. The other thing that really kind of tipped me off was her conversation with this girl Hannah, Marciano's
ex-girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah, and she literally says to me, "Can we just," and like this is clearly Marciano's ex. We didn't watch Vanderpump Villa, so I don't know. If I had to guess, they probably didn't end on great terms.
No, and she says that.
Does she?
Kind of. She like alludes to it, not with Demi, but when she was talking to the other girls at the beginning, she was like something along the lines of like, we don't really talk anymore, we don't really get along, but I would never accuse him of something like that. Isn't something he would do. Like, and she
right. And even it's like, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt there, because I mean, there's lots of men that do this that don't do it to every woman in their life. You know, like obviously that's a known fact. But I think for me, it was like Demi's response when that girl says to her, please stop calling him a predator. And she goes, no, absolutely not. To me, it read as petty. It's not like this person who's having this like vulnerable emotional response because she's been traumatized. No, I'm not going to do that. No, I won't stop. It's like,
that is kind of how she was acting.
That's like that it almost came off as like threatening to me. And it's just, I don't know, it's like, I hate it. I just feel like she's literally put not only the women but also us as viewers in a really tough spot, because she knows that like nobody wants to be the person that's saying Demi is lying.
No, absolutely.
You know, which really sucks. And like also, I mean, we see this conversation with her and Jessie at the very end of the episode, where she's like pretending to be a body language expert. She's like, her body language and overall vibe is telling me that she's lying. It's like,
I can tell you right now, you didn't study that in college. What are you, a profiler in the FBI? Shut up.
Right. But then also Demi continuing to talk to Marciano to me is the smoking gun in all of this.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's so strange. But you're so right. Like, I think that, like, I also think that Whitney was like super uncomfortable, and that was also a whole nother thing. We had a whole scene of the women just like being so catty about Whitney in the lobby. What did you think about that when they were like checking into the hotel?
I think they need to get over it. Because like, one thing, your leader, Taylor, the one that you guys voted in, she's being very cordial with Whitney. And they had a great conversation.
When she got in the room with her.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is how the rest of you need to be freaking acting. And if the craziest one is acting like this, all of you need to calm down.
Genuinely, Taylor is actually clinically insane.
Yeah.
No offense.
Hey, she finished filming The Bachelorette. And she keeps doing dumps on her Instagram, and I'm like searching for anything to tell me if she's in a relationship or not, and I can't figure it out.
Yeah, you're into a Bachelor spoiler, aren't you? You like knowing who it is.
Yeah,
you're always on Reality Steve.
Yeah, I'm always on Reality Steve.
I don't like to know.
I'd love to know. I know who her final two were, but he hasn't
don't tell
said.
Me.
I'm not going to tell you. He hasn't said.
You can be the one that knows, and I can be the one that is surprised.
Yeah. I just have to know, and I'm not getting anything from her Instagram dumps, which is really disappointing, but also the point because they're probably looked at by producers prior, so fair.
100%.
Fair.
Yeah, I can't wait for the train wreck of a season that will be.
Did you see that apparently she greeted the guests night one in sweats?
The guests?
Like when all the men, the contestants, I guess.
Oh.
When they like do their little spiel, like, hi, I'm Adam, I'm 29, and I like surfing. She's like, cute, go inside. She's like in sweats.
Like when she's meeting them out of the limo?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Doesn't she give pick-me energy sometimes?
With that, yeah, but like Loki, it's probably gonna be a vibe. I mean, I'm interested to see if that's true.
Yeah, I know, me too. I feel like I saw her in her night one dress. Like I saw a picture of her or something.
I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
So,
also, I had no idea that 5 of the girls auditioned for Dancing with the Stars.
So true.
Who
was it?
It was Jen, Whitney, Jessie, Taylor, and Layla.
Oh my god. Yes. Okay.
And I could tell right there for that interview that Whitney had it in the bag.
Mm-hmm. 100%. I was like getting so irritated. Jen is so immature when she's in the lobby making fun of Whitney, being like, she's probably in her room like 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, you literally could not be meaner. At this point, it's so disenchanting to watch the way that they talk about Whitney. It's so icky and so mean girl.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's just like, this is the thing. I don't know what they want from her. She literally says to Taylor's like, I just think the women like want to understand why you're coming back. After she was just talking shit about Whitney to them literally in the scene prior. First of all, I just had to point that out. But nonetheless, she goes to her room. She has a conversation with her. And she says that to Whitney. Well, they just want to understand why you're coming back. She goes, I told them exactly why I came back. I told them I came back for Dancing with the Stars. So I don't understand why they're sitting here acting like they still don't know.
Yeah, it's really odd. Like, the whole dynamic of everybody is just really odd.
And they all hate each other. It's just so funny to me. I genuinely think the only ones that like each other are Layla and Miranda and Macy and Michaela.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't really think Taylor likes any of them that much.
Well, we had an unexpected crossover of Chloe and Scott were in Mormon Wives.
Like, genuinely, I could just read on their faces that both of them were like, somebody please get these batshit crazy women away from me.
Was like, where's the security? I need to be taken away.
Taylor
comparing Scott to Dakota was
crazy. How offensive.
Oh my, regardless of if they have any similarities, that is never, I would never say that to someone.
She is so chaotic. It's like so uncomfortable to watch sometimes.
Like, Dakota and Scott are not characters. These are real people. We're not, like, what are we doing?
No. Immediately no. And Scott's like
the asshole?
Okay. Like, the way that I feel like they were like, who told these women? Normally I wouldn't excuse behavior like this from celebrities, but it's just like, you think about the Mormon Wives and you think about the Kardashians, and it's like,
they should not be in the same room.
Permission to go up to Scott and Chloe.
No.
Who told them that's a good idea?
The funniest part of that was when Jen came up and she bowed to Chloe.
Oh my god,
and that's
so
the only
embarrassing.
Like, that made me laugh so hard. The rest of it was horrendous, and
it's just like all of them like trying to get a word in, and 3 of them being pregnant. It's just something for some.
No, Chloe's like, whoa.
For some reason, that just made it that much more cringy to me. I don't know why. It's like these random like pregnant women like. And all their little girlfriends just running up to the Kardashians, like
literally,
it's just so funny.
But anyways, so we saw them in Mormon Wives, and we also had the pleasure of seeing them in their actual show, The Kardashians.
The second to last episode, very sad.
That's super depressing. And we had a Dolly Parton crossover too.
That was T.
I love her. I love Dolly. I think she's so sweet.
She is. She always brings up her husband too, I feel like, in everything that I see her in, and it makes me really sad.
He just recently passed away. And yeah. Well, I don't know when they filmed this because he had passed away before that. It's just
it was definitely this year, because I remember I was trying to think about that too. Last season they talked about the fires, so that had to have been like early this year, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. I could be wrong about that, but I remember when Chloe's podcast episode with Dolly Parton came out.
It came out in like July of this year.
Okay, so that makes sense.
July. Sometimes I'll look at Dolly though, and I'll be like, I wonder what she looks like for real, because
like at home.
Yeah, like I wonder what color her hair is, and I wonder.
Gray, definitely gray.
Like, because there's the rumors that she wears the skin gloves, like the hand skin gloves. I'm like, what does your hand look like?
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Yeah, have you?
Really
you need to look. You need to look that up, because like there's like, it's all conspiracy theories, but she always wears long sleeve shirts with like holes in the shirt for her thumb, so they always go above the wrist, so that you wouldn't see the end of the hand glove, theoretically.
I don't like that at all.
And apparently she does it so that you don't see like the aging. And I'm like, who gives a
No, seriously, that is a thing though. That's the only thing. Sure. That's the truly, like, that is one of the only things that you can't fix with plastic surgery.
Yeah, I'm sure one day. Well, other than Dolly's got it figured out, she's wearing hand gloves, and because nobody's gonna get close enough to see that.
So true. The flowers were cracking me up. Like,
I was.
Why did we put a man in charge of that?
Well, and then she was so right with her comment, like, if Chris was here, he would be dead. Like, she literally would have picked up the car like Hulk and flipped it over.
Genuinely, she would have been like, what in the world? Get in the car and go get some new ones.
They would have been fired. She said that he felt really bad, and I was like, oh, this poor little man probably thinks he's gonna get fired from his one little first day mistake. Like, calm down, it's okay.
I would have peed my pants, pooped my pants, and thrown up.
I would have quit. Like, I would have been like, all
yeah,
right.
I would have voluntarily removed myself from the situation.
Like, okay, I'm gonna go.
I also did think that it was really sweet that Dolly brought up her dad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh.
I agree.
Chloe was so young when he died. Like, that really is just so tragic.
Yeah, and I can imagine how nice it is to hear stories that, like, you haven't heard before.
Mm-hmm. Outside of this, I feel like we didn't really have to see Courtney this episode, which, of course, I love.
No, but, like, where was she?
I don't know. I mean,
well, other than
I don't even want to ask because I feel like we're going to summon her like Bloody Mary.
Another crossover was Aaron Brockovich was on my screen.
Oh, yeah, that was
IRL.
crazy.
And so, and Courtney was in that scene.
That was the only scene where we saw Courtney.
That was interesting.
Have you ever seen that movie?
No, I've seen clips of
Me
it.
neither.
On, like, you know, Instagram reels when you're on a deep dive. I feel like that.
Sure.
That movie always comes up.
I don't use Instagram reels, but I'll take your word for it.
I only use Instagram reels because I have a limit of how long I can go on TikTok per day. My app kicks me out. Like, I set it on the settings.
100%. I did think that it was kind of tea how now that Courtney needs Kim's help with something potentially
literally
legal,
something lawyer.
Now she wants to call her in,
and now they can be bestie boos. Shut up.
Like,
don't
kiss
speak
my
to me like that.
derriere. But like, I literally have been like, Courtney, kiss my ass. I'm not helping you.
No. Did you think that the ghost storyline was made up because they needed to fill up the rest of the frickin' episode? Because I do.
Honestly, kind of, but like, it was actually so funny, and I feel like it's really made. I have two questions about this.
I have a follow-up question for you after this.
Okay. My first question, these are really questions for Chloe and Kylie specifically, because Chloe has in a previous home also had issues with ghosts. So my first question is, number one, on whose land did they build their homes? Because it's making me wonder if that's who's haunting it.
Probably.
So that would be my first theory. My second theory is somebody squatting in her home.
No, shut up. That would freak me out. She has kids.
Like,
let's not.
That is a thing.
No.
And it's making me, like, I genuinely had that thought when I was watching this. Like, just the, like...
No, I didn't even think about that. She has security. Like, that wouldn't happen.
I mean, I don't genuinely think that that's what's going on. But it just, if I were her, I would have made somebody check my home, my entire home, to make sure that that's not what was happening.
I hate that in every way. My question for you...
what's your follow-up question?
This is for you, because I know what everyone on the show's answer is going to be. Do you believe in ghosts? Like, do you for real think her house could be, like, actually legit haunted?
Yeah, I do believe in ghosts, actually. Haunted? No. In the presence of spirits? Yes.
I don't know. I'm very scared of it, so I remain skeptical for, like, my sanity.
But this would be my follow-up to your follow-up, which is to imply that to say that a house has been haunted would imply that somebody's lived there previously.
Okay.
And
most of them probably have built their houses.
Exactly. So I don't know if that's the case for Kylie, but that would also, like, I kind of feel like even if she didn't build her house, the likelihood of many people for generations before she moved in having lived in that home, I would say are slim, just because of, like, LA real estate. So I think it's 50-50. But you know what was cracking me up is that I literally feel like they have just, and obviously he's been a part of their family forever and he always will be, and he's like a brother to them, but it cracks me up how I feel like Scott has literally just been adopted as their other child because Courtney is so MIA.
Like, they've always treated Scott like that, though.
They have, you're right, but it just was like, that's what it was making me think, like, Chris, Kylie, and Chloe in this California king, and then there's also Scott.
No, but I thought it was so funny. I was like, this is such a vibe. I love this so much. Like, I wanted to be
a California king, right?
For sure. There was 4 of them on a bed. Are you kidding?
It was huge. And then, of course, the lead up to the bar is crazy.
I know, especially knowing what we know. It's just sad.
Oh, it makes me sad. I saw some people were making fun of her for like being stressed out about studying. They were like, Kim, we all study for the bar.
Shut up, you guys. She's got a lot going on.
Oh, I thought that was funny.
Well, what's sad is, so in the show she said if she failed this bar, she wouldn't be able to have the opportunity to take it again. Did you catch that? She said that in this episode. And so now, like, knowing what we know that she did fail the bar, I'm really curious on if she's trying again. Like, because she was like, I literally don't have the time. I made it so that, like, this is my only time.
So not that she can't take the bar again, she just doesn't have the time.
She does not have the schedule to be able to study like she is right now.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you can take the bar. I don't know if there's a limit to the bar, but I do believe you can take it again.
Yeah. I feel like, well, because then Chris was saying, like, oh, your dad took it twice.
Mm-hmm.
And everything. So yeah, I mean, I definitely think you can take the bar more than once. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's just like whether or not she has other things going on. Huh?
I'm Googling it.
Oh, you're Googling it. I literally was like,
you can take the bar exam an unlimited number of times in most U.S. states.
That's tea.
Obviously, it costs money, so some people do not help.
I also did think something that I did see online that you're gonna get mad at me for saying this, but I did think it was kind of funny. Someone was like, so the bar is meant to keep people who shouldn't be lawyers from being lawyers if they don't pass. And I was like, you got them there.
Well,
if we're going to go there, there's a point.
What I did think was crazy with the whole ghost thing was they had that whole discussion about Tatum, like knowing things about his grandpa who he's never met. And he's obviously too young to, like, discuss something like that with him.
Yeah.
Because Chloe was like, I didn't even know that he knew he had a grandfather.
That was genuinely so crazy.
Kids know stuff, and that freaks me out.
100%. I totally agree.
How do you know that?
I totally agree. Speaking of kids, we had a little Mother's Day fiasco on Salt Lake City this week. What did you think about all this?
First of all, Meredith, that was not your one and only time that you could speak to your son.
No, but it was. Because now Brooks is on a plane, and I won't get to speak to my son on Mother's Day.
Well, guess what? It takes, regardless of where he was going, if he was going somewhere in the U.S., max 5 hours. Stay up late. I don't know.
So ridiculous. Also, I think 99% of mothers would say that the best Mother's Day that they could have would be one away from their kids. And I just I find it hard to believe that Meredith is that 1%.
Mm-hmm. I also, the whole way that this could have been resolved was when they were in that bus having that argument, she gets a phone call. She could have just been like, I'm so sorry. This is my one chance to talk to Brooks today. I promise I want to have this conversation. I just need to pick up this phone call.
This is like a theory that I have is that the people when you're filming a reality show, I think it's kind of like a really big faux pas with the production on these shows to be on your phone while you're filming, whether it be a phone call or texting or whatever. I noticed this because there was a scene, I can't remember if I brought this up when we did this episode of Selling Sunset. That scene, I think it was maybe the episode that we watched last week of this season of Selling Sunset, when they're all in the office and Sandra is coming in and she's introduced
Emma picked up the phone call.
Emma picks up her phone and somebody clearly like scolded her for it because she was like, sorry, like I should have had my phone on silent, which normally, like, as a grown adult, I wouldn't expect anyone to react that way.
I also thought it was weird because it's a business, and what if that had been a client?
Right, exactly. And so it made me wonder because everyone knows they don't have real clients, but this isn't about Selling Sunset, but it made me wonder if somebody on the production team said something to her, like, because she's on the clock, same with Meredith. She's on the clock. Mm-hmm. And so I do think that it's kind of like an unspoken rule that, like, you're at work, put your phone away.
Regardless, like, I think she could have just said that and everything would have been okie dokie.
100%. I don't disagree at all.
And then she, like, uses that as an excuse to act like a 13-year-old girl for the rest of the day.
Like, Meredith,
sulking
and
moping,
crying
walking
over your
away.
Grown-ass son.
You won't speak to anybody. You won't even act, like, gracious for the host who's doing all this work. You're so immature, and it's disgusting to see you on my screen right now. Like, I cannot deal with you.
Genuinely, that was like the only thing that I'll ever agree with Brittany on, is that she needed to pull it together for their activity.
Literally.
Nobody wants to sit there with someone who's pouting.
No, it's so, like, you guys, it was making me so angry because it puts a damper on everybody's day when that's not how you should be acting as an adult who knows how to act in social situations.
Totally agree.
I'm so done with seeing her on my screen, and I just hope the rumors are true that was devoted to a friend of and chose not to come back.
I agree, because she's literally giving nothing. And also, like, even when they were having the conversation on the bus on the way to this activity, and Heather's like, Meredith, all I'm asking is that you at least listen to me. And her only response was, I am sorry.
Yeah,
like, she's giving us nothing. I was actually like even appreciating Lisa's presence in this episode, because number one, Meredith was being so bad, but also Lisa was like low-key being tea when she was like clearly just so fed up with Meredith not being straight up that she's like, she's pissed off because Whitney told her that she is a drug addict. Like, she's pissed off because Heather won't forgive her. Like, it's like, I actually don't think in that moment that Lisa was trying to come to Meredith's defense. I think she was trying to get Meredith to like fess up.
Whitney like apologizes.
Yeah. But it's also like, it's giving, I agree with Whitney once again, because in her confessional, she's like, that doesn't mean that I'm not still concerned, because I agree with her. I think Meredith does have a substance abuse problem. Like, Avi, nobody acts like that.
Like, that's just such a childish way to act.
It was crazy. I appreciated that Lisa was like kikiing with the other girls more in this episode.
I agree. They were all having such a good time, and Brittany ruined it by saying these exact words of being like, guys, we're having such a good time, and look who's not here. And then everyone was silent. I was like, Brittany, it was such a nice morning.
And then she started the actual dumbest argument of the century with this whole, I trademarked high body count hair.
I thought that was like, get over it.
My thing is, I agree with them that it's embarrassing that she trademarked high body count hair, but not because she's not the one that said it. It's embarrassing because what are you doing with that trademark? The fact that you even are thinking in your head, in your pea-sized brain, I'm going to try and make money off of this, immediately makes your trademark that much less valuable.
I don't understand truly what a trademark is. Like, in the sense that, how are we able to say these words right now?
It's like, because we're not, for example, like making merch that says high body count hair, that we're then selling and profiting off of.
So if we did that, she could like sue us?
Technically, yes, because she's trademarked the phrase. So if we took that phrase, and I mean, I think this is how it works. I'm obviously not like a trademark lawyer or anything, but like, that's what I would assume. Like, she's probably planning on creating some sort of paraphernalia that she's then going to sell with some relation to high body count hair, to that phrase.
Okay.
So that's why Angie's probably pissed, because she's like,
oh, I can't make merch off of this.
Yeah, I came up with it, which, like, I don't really think the housewives themselves, Bravo has merch, but I don't really think the housewives make merch.
Like,
so like, that's why it would be, to me, that's why it's embarrassing. The fact that Brittany thinks that she can make money off of selling merch or something of the sort using this trademark. That's embarrassing. And also, I'm never going to stop saying Ditzarella, because that's hilarious. But also, Angie was being really mean, telling Brittany that she has bad hair and that it's too long for her age was like actually so mean.
Yeah, that was real odd for sure.
And then Brittany saying, I don't know if I'm threatening to you, if you're jealous of my hair, maybe yours just doesn't curl well.
Yeah, I'm just like, why are we being so petty?
It was petty. Everybody was like, Angie. But I mean, I guess better that Angie's coming for Brittany's hair than like Whitney called Meredith a drug addict.
True. It's all surface level, which I guess we should be happy with.
100%. So, I mean, do with that information what you will. I have to believe that this one is coming to an end soon, which I'm very sad about.
Yeah, I don't know when it's gonna end. I feel like we've been on 40 million trips. I feel like this has been the world's like most trips ever taken in a short amount of time.
I think this is the first. No, last season I watched while it aired. But this is the first season that I really watched like week to week, because we've obviously been doing this. But I feel like when last season aired, I would like let them stack up and then I would watch a bunch.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why it feels like it's been going on for so long. But I mean, it feels like the RV trip was ages ago, you know?
Literally. Ages. It looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more episodes.
Oh my god, only 5 more episodes? Sad. Maybe by then, though, Real Housewives of Rhode Island will have premiered.
Sick.
Because, spoiler alert, we're definitely covering that. Real Housewives of Rhode Island. I'm very excited about it.
I'm excited too.
Speaking of a new Bravo show, what did you think about Vanderpump Rules this week?
I was irritated.
Okay.
Because I hate Marcus so much. And now
he looks like a super villain.
I'm gonna rope Kim into that too, because what was she doing? Nothing.
Kim is diabolically passive.
And she won't even defend her very good friend. Like, and then so for context, Marcus and Kim have this blowout last episode and then they're immediately back together, like Everyone knows a couple like this, and it's not fun to be around them at all whatsoever. It's actually.
And this has happened every episode of this. We're on episode 3, and they've broken up and gotten back together in every single episode.
So annoying. And Venus, who is a very good friend to both, especially Marcus, is fed up with this naturally because he's like, I'm holding Kim while she's crying for 5 hours. Like that's taking up my time and my
100%.
Emotional. Like that's a lot to take in. That's a lot to put onto somebody when you're trying to help cheer somebody up. That's a lot. And so he's finally mad about it because he was like, I'm putting in all of this time and investment into helping you, and then you're fine and you don't need me anymore. So
and
he
then
gets mad
I'm
about
the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the bad guy for telling you that you need to leave this man who treats you like garbage.
And then they get so mad that Marcus shows text messages of him talking bad about other employees to the employees' faces when this was your really good friend.
I know. And then he texts Venus and tells him that he can no longer be friends with him because he's unsupportive of his relationship with Kim. And let me just say, Venus read Marcus to filth. Clown ass relationship took me out because that's what somebody needs to say. That unfortunately, that's what we, as the people who have ever had to deal with a relationship like this, should be able to say. But we always come out looking like the bad guy because for some reason we live in a society where romantic relationships are deemed more important and more sacred than platonic friendships. Yeah. And unfortunately, that's the position that most of us are in. But I'm obsessed. I know I said last week that I wasn't sure about Venus. He really turned around for me. I felt like he was being so authentic and so real by literally just being like, screw you. Everything that I've done for you, the amount of times that I've defended you and picked you back up from this relationship, and that's how you're going to speak to me? Absolutely not.
Oh, absolutely. I loved what he did with that. Also, I got to talk about it. Why are we doing a photo shoot?
Okay, I'm glad you brought this up.
Never seen it before in my life, and they were showing back some background footage of literal nudity. Past photo shoots, they used to not wear clothes.
Okay, yes, I know what you're talking about. This was an old episode of Vanderpump. So, okay, I think what they were shooting in this episode, and I'm going to explain this and then I'll explain the nudity aspect. I think it was their intro. The intro where they're all holding the drinks and it's slow-mo and everything. But I didn't like that they put that in there because we've never seen it. To me, it's the same thing with Mormon Wives being out of Hulu. It breaks the fourth wall and I don't like it. Mm-hmm. So that's that. But what you're talking about, your mom, when she listens to this, she'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But I think it's season 3 of Vanderpump, maybe even 2. Lisa always used to do these photo shoots every year with her staff. And I'm honestly, to be completely honest, I'm not really sure what they would do with the photos. But there was this one where they were shooting it at a pool or something. And then suddenly all the girls were just completely nude, along with Peter, the manager at the time, and they're in this weird. It was so something like that would not be allowed to be on TV.
No, that's what they were discussing too. They're we could never do that. They have to wear so much clothing now. I was oh.
No. It was so funny though. Your mom will know what I'm talking about. That episode was just you watch it back and you're this is so 2013 or whenever they filmed that season.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we have a new girl.
Mm-hmm. We have a host. A hostess.
So why are we bringing in a random ass new girl 3 episodes in? That didn't make sense to me.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if there was even 1 or 2 more people that they bring in.
Oh, well, okay, that's just great because I barely know everybody's name right now.
Right, they kind of do this. So her name is Angelica. She seems cute.
Yeah, no, she didn't seem bad at all.
You're not gonna understand this reference, but I'm hoping somebody will. She reminds me of this girl named Vale who was on season 3 of Vanderpump. They brought her in she was only in one season as a hostess, and she was very like classy and put together and very much not involved in the drama, and that's kind of the vibes that Angelica's giving me. So I'm really kind of, it's like just like maybe a little bit innocent she seems, so I'm just kind of curious to see like if that's going to change, if she's really being honest about the fact that she's a relationship girl and like not very experienced in relationships, etc.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, she immediately falls, so that would have been like the end of me.
I fell at a restaurant on Friday, so I get it.
Oof, that sucks. Like, did somebody at least trip you, or did you just fall over yourself?
No, I was coming around the corner and the floors were really slippery, and my shoe went out from under me.
That's horrible.
But it was actually a very graceful fall because I literally ended up, I'll show you when I see you next week, but like literally I was in like I don't even know how to explain it. Like I was in like a seated position when I fell, and I had my leftovers in one hand and my phone in the other, and I did not drop either. But now I have this horrible bruise on my right knee, and then my left knee is like in pain.
That's not good. That's so funny.
Right. So not to make this about me, but I do understand how Angelica feels.
Oh my god. Okay, if a guy took me rock climbing on my first date, I would walk in that door and walk right back out. You know, like a revolving door at a hotel where they just move. I would just go all the way around, right back out, the big U-turn.
You wouldn't even step foot in the establishment. I wouldn't either.
No. Why are we doing? No.
Do you want to know something really funny? What? I know somebody who went on a rock climbing date.
Why?
Like, I don't think it was a first date, but it was like a second or third.
Unless you are a climber, like a rock climber, and you met at a rock climbing gym. Why are we going on a rock climbing date?
100%. It actually cracked me up so bad. Like, because it's just so funny that you said that because we're so the same. Like, I literally said that to her. I was like, over my dead body would I ever go on a rock climbing date? She was like, oh my God, it's so up my alley. Like, it's going to be so fun. And I was like, you're actually insane. I would never do that.
No. How did that date go, out of curiosity?
Oh my God, they're still together. I just genuinely, that would be my worst nightmare. I literally wouldn't do it. I'd be like, no, I'm not. I want to go get a drink. Like, I'm leaving.
As someone who can do one full push-up, how do you think I should get up a rock climbing wall? Are you joking?
I don't even think I could do. I think I could do a push-up on my knees. I don't think I could do a real push-up.
Me being able to do one real full push-up, like saying that just now, that was just me being like confident in myself. Like, I don't know if I can truly do it.
It's giving Brianna LaPaglia on Special Forces in that obstacle course. That's what it's giving.
Oh my God. Like,
us trying to do push-ups. When she was literally
like, if we want to have any chance in this relationship, like, don't take me rock climbing because it's just not gonna end well, and I'm gonna be so mean about it.
Well, and you telling me that you got shot?
I don't mean to laugh. I don't mean to laugh. That has to be fake. I mean, I'm sure it's real, but like that is an insane lore drop that's something you drop on a 5th date, okay?
Genuinely, is his name Shane? I think it's Shane. Genuinely, Shane, I need you, like, I need proof. Like, I need to see the medical records because I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm not believing it.
I need your digital medical records, please.
Mm-hmm.
Just send those over because, I'm not gonna believe you till I do because...
No.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Maybe he does really have a checkered past, but I just am having a hard time believing that that's
what
the case.
Situation were you in? Like, I just feel like I was
left giving like
with so
gang
many
violence or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which
is like I have more questions.
I mean, me personally, if I had been involved in a gang situation, I'm not sure I would put myself on reality TV.
Well, this is not his 3rd reality TV show.
No, that's crazy.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wait, who went horseback riding?
A little bit. Chris.
Oh.
Shane is the one that was on the rock climbing day.
These are 2 different people?
For
Shane
sure.
and Chris.
They sure are.
Who so funny, was the one at the pool talking to Natalie? Who is that?
Shane.
Got it. Wait, so he was on a date with 2 different women?
No, Chris went on a date with Audrey, the twin.
These are all white men. How am I supposed to know?
This is going to be a long season, you guys.
Okay, the rock climbing date was who and who?
Shane and Natalie.
Got it. Horseback
pool
riding.
date was Shane and Natalie.
Both
The
same.
horseback riding was Chris and Audrey.
Oh, I'm good now. I got it.
Okay. I actually think that I may stand corrected because Chris, when he said that Audrey was mature, I really actually think he's right.
Well, she is, but your statement was also correct in that, like, that men always will say that about younger women, regardless of if she was mature or not. He just got lucky
100%.
that his statement actually proved true.
100%. I did think that it was, truly, I laughed out loud when Chris started talking about the 2 dating shows that he's been on and how it's been hard for him to find a partner because girls are just looking to use him for clout. Chris, nobody's using you for clout, babe.
Also,
you were on perhaps 2 of the top, I would say the reality shows that he's on are 2 of the top 3 worst reality TV shows.
So it was air. Dated and Related, and what was the other one?
Perfect Match.
Okay. Never watched either, and I never will.
I have watched.
No interest.
I never finished Dated and Related. I did watch Perfect Match. We probably will watch Perfect Match when the next season comes out because usually it has very relevant people that we talk about. Like I guarantee you, like somebody from like Love Is Blind this past season will be on it and stuff like that.
Oh, fun crossover.
It's like not like the show itself. If they took the like ending up in a relationship together out of it and just made it like a game show, it would honestly be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, truly, it's up there. Just the cringiness is up there with like the Golden Bachelor, in my opinion. You know,
but
like
also
it just can
like his statement about that being like women just want me for clout is so contradictory. And what word am I looking for? Like to like flip it back on yourself, because is going on to a dating show not just clout chasing for
so true
yourself?
It's hypocritical.
It's hypocritical, that's the word I'm looking for, because that's where I wasn't understanding. I'm like, did you truly go in those dating shows thinking you were gonna find love? Because that's the stupidest thing I could think of, to go into 100%. A dating show. Like, you go into a dating show to grow. Unfortunately, like, that's probably what they were originally. But now, if you're going onto a dating show, you're coming in there with the intention to become like more present in the media. And if and
you're
like
going
in
on
some people,
Dated and Related,
and like maybe on the off chance you find true love, maybe, sure, fair, whatever, good for you. But like,
so true.
98% of you are going on there for clout. So don't say that to my screen.
Even the ones that do come out of it in a relationship, we're still going on for, you know, that, and because I would do the same thing. My thought process would be, if it works out, great. If it doesn't, then now I have a stream of income from it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's like, what's the worst that can happen? I come out of it an influencer. Like, that's what everybody thinks.
Everybody
when they go
would
do these shows.
If the 2 of us went on Love Island, we would never, because we don't look like the people that go onto Love Island.
No,
but we would be voted off so quickly because we would just be honest, just like Whitney from Mormon Wives. We'd be too honest about our intentions. They'd be like, they're not here for real love. Guess what? None of these bitches are.
Yeah, you're right. I am, because probably the man that they cast is human garbage,
like actual trash.
So kiss my derriere. We end this episode with perhaps the funniest scene I have ever seen on reality TV, and that is coming from me, who's watched all of the original Vanderpump Rules. Venus looking at that girl and going, so-and-so, you look cute. Gabby, you look like a stupid bitch. Literally, silent. Like, what do you say to that? That was actually the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life, and he really won me over. I'm
a big fan of Venus. Like,
Venus, that was so funny.
He's too good. He's made for reality TV. Just like I think Taylor from Mormon Wives is made for reality TV, he is made for reality TV.
I totally agree. And also, don't play with Venus.
No. And don't play with anyone with a name like that. Like, I don't know how that just doesn't come with intuition. Like, don't.
100%. And on that note, somebody else that was being a stupid bitch this week was Kizzi on Below Deck Med.
I mean, like, we can't only blame Kizzi in this situation because Joe was 100% as into it as she was, but regardless.
You're so right. That was rude of me to not include Joe in that statement. I'm retracting and restating that Joe and Kizzi were both acting like stupid bitches this episode.
V leaves for one night to recover because she is sick, okay? And the anniversary of her boyfriend's death is coming up in about probably 1 to 2 days. It is imminent. And she is not feeling her best. So she goes to a hotel. She skips out because she's like, I'm just going to go sleep. Because why would she have anything to worry about? She just needs to go sleep. And then Kizzi is like, and then Joe is like,
yes!
My God. What?
It's crazy. It's actually, am I being dramatic in saying that the two of them are actually bad people?
They're genuinely bad people. And like, yes, are V and Joe in a committed relationship? Are they boyfriend, girlfriend? No. But are they having some kind of situation where you're figuring things out and things are getting very emotional? And it's not like you've just flirted once? Like, that is what they did was so inappropriate, and I cannot wait for V to figure it out and fucking drown his ass in the ocean and leave him there while Captain Sandy drives away. And then Kizzi has to walk the plank.
It's actually like, I genuinely can't believe that they did that. Like, it's truly, it's sinister in my opinion.
It's the fact that they did that and then they tried to rip the camera off and throw it into the ocean.
Right.
And once they realized that they had been clocked. This isn't like, funny. This is not funny.
Right. I don't understand. And also not Joe acting like someone genuine, talking to his mom, acting like someone possessed him.
Oh, yeah, crying. Her. No one possessed you, Joe. You were there. You weren't like, what?
Like, what? It's just insane. Like, I don't, it's like, because to your point, it's not like Joe and V are in a relationship, but like, genuinely, that is my biggest pet peeve, man or woman. My biggest pet peeve is you doing something that you know is going to hurt someone's feelings and using the excuse of, well, we're not exclusive. Well, we're not in a relationship, so I can do whatever I want. No, you can't.
No, you can't.
This is another human being. They have feelings. You know that she's having a hard week already. You know that you're going to have to continue to work with both of them. So don't do something like that. That's what I have to say to Joe. And then what I have to say to Kizzi, are you actually a sociopath? Because how are you going to sit here, pretend to be her friend, make fun of her behind her back, be excited when she gets put on the deck team, then pretend to be her friend again because now she's not your direct competition. The moment that she leaves the boat, you make out with the man that she's been in a situationship with this entire season because you're jealous that he wanted her instead of you?
No, like,
that's crazy. And I think that's why I'm being harder on her, because
that's fair.
I truly thought that she was like turning over a new leaf when Kathy started, and then she was turning her aggression towards Kathy for some reason, and like V's out of her way, quote unquote. So like, genuinely, what is your problem with other women at this point? Because it's not because you like Joe. I know fact.
It's an attention thing, and she even said it on the show.
It's disgusting. Grow up. And it makes me really, honestly, like, Aisha, love you, girl, but like, obviously this is, you know, breaking the fourth wall or whatever, but like, they're clearly good friends still after this season. And
are they?
It really makes me, yeah, like, they post together and stuff. And it makes me really wonder what Aisha sees in her. Because I actually don't think Kizzi's a good person. I think she's actually has sociopathic tendencies.
I don't know. Maybe Aisha just doesn't watch the show.
Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah. That's kind of a faux pas with Andy. If you're on a show and you don't watch it back, he really doesn't like that.
Really? He prefers you to watch it?
Yeah.
You would have to force me, like, put duct tape over my eyeballs to, like, make me watch a show that I was on.
That just goes to show that we're not cut out. I would be the same way. It goes to show that we're not cut out for reality TV, because when I tell you, I've heard more than one Bravo celebrity say, I actually just fast forward through everyone else's scenes and only watch mine. That just goes to show the difference between us and somebody on reality TV.
Like, the things that I would be saying about myself if I had to watch myself on a TV screen are things that should never be said or heard or thought of.
That's why they all get so much plastic surgery.
I know, and I, like, need to stay away from that. And I'm so glad that Nathan was getting so mad at Joe, because I'm like, thank God this isn't just, like, a man thing where he's like, yeah, you got another kiss, like, good for you. He's actually, like, getting angry. And I really did enjoy that.
Me too. Nathan, he's turning over a new leaf, I think, since his incidents a couple weeks ago. I have a question.
Yeah.
2 questions, actually. So we obviously see them, like, parking the boat or whatever, and docking the boat?
I don't know. I think it's docking.
And she's like, beep, beep. But we see Max getting yelled at continuously by Captain Sandy. So my first question is, why is she telling him to put his hands out?
Wait.
Like, she kept being like, Max, put your hands out, and he just wasn't doing it.
I I don't know. I don't know if I caught that. Maybe he needed to give a signal to the people at the dock?
Maybe. But then also, then Nathan said, like, Nathan was, like, ripping him a new asshole, and he was like, you're gonna be on the bow. Is being on the bow a punishment?
I think he's just flipping them, which I didn't even realize they had assigned seating over here. But I think he's just giving him the less important job when it comes to docking.
Okay.
He, like, lost his privileges, I guess.
Yeah. Well, what I took away from this interaction is that French people are really annoying. He's really getting on my nerves, and it all, the root of it is his stupid accent.
It all stemmed from him not getting what he wanted. But here's the thing, like, in your career, like, not everything is going to work out the way that you want it to. And maybe if you really do want to be a bosun, don't do it on a TV show. Go be, like, a true, like, bosun somewhere else. And also, like, in your career, if something like that happens, you want to then work harder to prove that you can do that position, rather than just giving up on your job entirely. Like, that, you're not going to get a good reference from that. You're not going to, like, find a new job because you're going to get such a bad reputation in the community. Like, and these are small communities. Like, everybody knows everybody. So you need to, like, get it together. And it just shows me that, like, in a sense, that it's just not real. Like, because he doesn't have
100%.
to worry about finding another job, you know? So that makes me angry.
Right. Also, it made me realize that he just clearly thought that he was just going to be given whatever lead deckhand just because he had been there the longest.
Yeah.
So it's like, I do kind of wonder if, like, especially now that Gail is coming on to be, yeah, I know, I'm excited for this because I've been just getting annoyed that we just keep, like, seeing her on FaceTime. I'm like, I would like to actually, like, get to know this chick, but it makes me wonder if having, like, another person come in that clearly, I mean, I would assume she knows what she's doing, would maybe, like, make Max get his act together.
Yeah, I hope he takes a stick out of his ass and starts working again, or maybe it'll just get worse because he's like, oh, I don't have to do much work now because we have these two people.
Yeah.
So it could go either way. Super excited for Gail to come. And then I was also super excited for Aisha to be surprised by her little fiance. I thought that was so sweet.
So sweet.
And then this week I learned that Aisha and her fiance did The Amazing Race. Okay.
Ooh,
and I used to watch The Amazing Race with my parents religiously.
You know who was on The Amazing Race?
Who?
Stassi Schroeder.
Recently?
No. A long time ago, before she was even on Vanderpump Rules.
That's crazy. I probably watched her then.
She literally had, like, short black hair. It was crazy.
I've watched a lot of seasons of The Amazing Race. I loved The Amazing Race. And Bethany Hamilton was on it one year.
My God, that's so cool. I've never watched.
I didn't even know it was still running, to be totally honest.
Me neither. That's so fun, though. I mean, her and Scott just seem so sweet. Like, I just felt like that was so nice of Captain Sandy to do for her.
Yes, I agree.
But yeah, so they did say only 3 more charters left. Aisha said that.
That could be over multiple episodes though, but so I'm not really sure.
Probably 6 episodes.
Yeah, maybe
5 or 6.
I just can't believe we're halfway through the charter season.
I know. Do they do reunions?
Not that I know.
That's a bummer.
Maybe? Wow, they're on season 38 of The Amazing Race. I'm pretty sure there's been a lot of people on The Amazing Race. Like, I think Simone was on it.
Simone?
Biles.
Oh. I'm like, is there a first name Simone that I should know of? Well, that, I think, wraps up our reality digest for this week. Lots of shows to cover.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to have some that are coming to an end. I think I've literally said that 3 times this episode. And we're going to be rolling in some new ones. The first being Traders.
When does that start?
Which is really exciting. January 9th, so not until the new year. This episode will come out December 22nd. And so unless you don't, just in case you don't listen to our Fame Files episodes. Merry Christmas,
won't it come
everyone.
out won't it come out on the 23rd?
You're right. It does come out on the 23rd. This episode comes out December 23rd. So if you don't listen to our Fame Files, then we're wishing you a Merry Christmas in this one, a couple days early. Or Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Christmas Eve.
So true. And then on this Thursday's Fame Files, we are doing an episode on Taylor Swift versus Scooter Braun feud.
Heck yeah.
So yes, a good little music industry moment. And the next week we will be doing a Death of an Icon episode on Brittany Murphy. It's very strange. And I learned a lot. So tune in if you want a little pop culture mixed with true crime.
Heck yeah.
And then we have an exciting episode 2 weeks from now. On our Fame Files episode on January, I don't know what the date is, but
8th.
Our first wait, that's actually not even true. January 8th.
Yeah.
On January 8th, we're going to have both of our moms in on our Fame Files episode.
I'm excited. I think they're excited.
I know, it's going to be funny. I'm not going to say the topic just in case they like change their minds or something, but it's going to be probably a time.
It's probably going to be a little chaotic.
Yeah. So stay tuned. We have lots of it. And also, we are doing a rebrand because I'm psychotic and inspiration struck me a few weeks ago. And I was like, I need to redo our entire like cover art and stuff. So I did that, and we will be rolling that out at the new year. It feels like good timing to me.
Yeah, exciting times.
So
instead of like going to the gym in the new year, we're just gonna rebrand our podcast.
100%. It's so much more fun anyways.
It's so much more fun to do that.
But thanks for listening, everyone, and we hope you come back.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next week for more pop culture chaos. The stories we cover are based on research and publicly available sources. While we strive for accuracy, some details may be disputed or unverified, and this episode is for entertainment and informational purposes only.